imaginations and into their very souls.
By the way, I have a big mouth. I don't need a microphone. When we're done, Michael will be out front.
Thank you, my friend. When we're done, Michael will be out front and has books available and a chance to say hi and meet him. $20 all cash until the tax code changes. So if you'd like a chance to meet Mr. Medved, I got to tell you, Michael, and you're a modest guy, but he has a tremendous amount of reach in this country, and he is one of the most reachable people. He always takes time for everybody. So if you've always wanted to meet Mr. Medved, I hope you'll stop and say hi. John Tillman, yes or no answer based on your positive point that you made a moment ago. Can a Republican win the governor's house in Illinois this next race? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes.
No, the answer was yes or no. I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
I'm a nonconformist. I will never conform to the rules of any authority such as you or the government.
If I had a nickel for every time. Control the board, Joe Walsh. By the way, Walsh for freedom, yes? Walsh Freedom, I'm sorry.
That's my cue. WalshFreedom.com.
WalshFreedom.com. Same for Twitter and Facebook, right?
Yes.
Except the .com part,
yes.
Right? Have your 7-year-old explain it to you if you're confused. So definitely check that out. And again, we're thrilled that you're with us starting on the 25th.
Thank you.
I am a big Rand Paul fan. I like him. I like what he did last week. I was very disappointed in Lindsey Graham and John McCain's response. Ridiculous response, embarrassing, drove a wedge where they should, take care of that backstage. You got a problem with the whippersnapper, you don't do it on camera. It was weak. Having said that, where do libertarians, by definition, fit in the new Republican Party or the Republican Party of today?
Well, they've always had a better home in the Republican Party when the Republican Party was what the Republican Party should be. Which is, again, this isn't, my biggest takeaway from Washington is how everybody complicates things. This is not complicated. Right now you have two mindsets in this country. You have people who genuinely believe in freedom and limited government, and people who genuinely believe in big government. Over here is every Democrat, and over here for too long has been a lot of Republicans. What you're beginning to see now is Republicans harken back to its limited government, freedom-based roots. So Steve, that's where libertarians generally should find themselves. Most people generally want government out of their hair. Now we get in trouble with a couple of the social issues that we can talk about when you have 7 or 8 hours. But generally, right now you've got that, and we're losing. Understand this, folks. The people who believe in freedom and limited government, right now, there are less of us in this country. This side is winning. We have to figure out a way to get people back here.
Go ahead, sure. Applause. Last question. 2016, who's the Republican nominee for president? Joe?
Scott Walker.
Really?
That's my answer as well.
Cheese skirts for everyone. Michael?
Marco Rubio.
Yeah, we got Rubio over here. I think Rubio's the guy. But I'm willing to change, and Rand Paul is still in the equation. Every day you get the chance to hear Mr. Medved. One of the things I've always liked about Michael is, and I hope I do the same thing, and I know Joe will do the same thing. There's a lot of people on talk radio on, well, WLS.
Except me.
And on stations that just start fires. It's never been more important to take what we talked about here tonight and to take what you've done amongst yourselves and go out. And the language matters too. When you go, even if you're talking to somebody who you think, oh my God, how did you come up with that? Expressing why a Republican candidate's a better answer. Doing it in a respectable but forceful and educated way is how we're going to change things. I hope that's how you got it from tonight. Marcus, we have one question from the audience before we wrap.
Hello, Joe Walsh.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Tom Contreras.
And who's your question for?
Everyone in particular, including the audience. I truly believe there's one common denominator throughout the United States. I'm a huge fair tax supporter, HR 35. I truly believe American citizens should be able to keep their entire paycheck and fund the government through a consumption tax. It evens the playing field. There's no loopholes. Fair tax, everybody keeps it. It expands the tax base. It includes people coming over the border illegally. It includes tourists that are right now on Michigan Avenue buying things. A consumption tax, in my opinion, is the way America should go. And anybody who believes this, please, Chair, anybody here a fair tax?
Got to have a question, my friend. I think the crowd's on your side, but what's the question?
The question is this: when will there's 65 co-sponsors, I believe, and I believe 8 in the Senate. Those, for me, are the people who truly believe in America, and I truly believe anybody up here, Congressman Walsh, I spoke to you numerous times. I respect you a lot, but at this moment, do you regret not going on as a co-sponsor for fair tax?
Thanks for your question.
Thank you.